Here I am, Leon C, aka Morpheus. You are now listening to the Academy of Wow Men. And why you're here today, I know you see the title there. That's exactly correct. Women are confused. That is right. I don't really necessarily need to give my disclaimer, but I'm going to do it anyway because some of you just might twist my words and not understand or comprehend what I am saying. So the disclaimer is, once again, I have nothing against, and I'm not rising, and are not creating or building a band of hatred against any gender or any person. If I describe or if I say anything about a person, it's only about the subjects that they speak about, not the person's personal life. We don't do hatred over here. We don't put down religion. We don't put down your preferences of your sexuality, or if you want to claim to be a tree and yet you are a pavement. It's your choice. We just particularly talk about the subject and you could say debate the facts. I don't know how you can debate facts because facts is facts, but again, some people live in a delusional world. Do you understand? Now, getting on to this particular subject today. Women are confused. Now, if you are a woman, this will help you. This will help you. Trust me, it will. If not, well, good luck. And enjoy the Armageddon. All right? And for men, this is a lot of red pill talk that most men understand anyway, and probably even comprehend. Now, this is brought to you by, you could say, not giving them any clout. All right? But this response, this question is brought to you by Fox News. That's right. And it is also brought to you by several viewers that gave it to me to give to you. So it's a catalyst sort of thing. But I'm going to say what has been said, and then I'm going to break it down for you so you can get a better understanding, because that's the whole point here. If not, I'm wasting my time, and I cannot be your professor if I can't teach you anything. Once upon a time, it's kind of funny because I was talking to a married guy, which I'm going to learn to stop doing. Anyhow, excuse me, there's noise in the background, sweetheart. Can you fix that? I know they hear the speaker. It's not your speaker, ladies and gentlemen. It's mine. I got my beautiful engineers here. They are spectacular. So I think on Fox News, I'm going to keep it very simple. There was a gentleman, I don't know of his name. He was brown skinned, and he said something about, it was on mainstream. I think it's Lemon, something like that. John Lemon, something like that. I think that's what his name is. He said that between the ages of 20 and 30, women are past their prime, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So he got a lot of backlash for it. But Fox News got a hold of it. And there was an irate lady named, I think it was Kat, on Fox News. Before they ended the clip, she said something that a lot of women need to understand, and which is confusing for the woman herself, which I'm going to break it down for you today. Okay? And you can probably talk to other, you can say RP men, or talk to other men around the country, and you'll see your percentages and gather whatever information that you can. I'm just one source. All right? I'm not all that special. I'm just giving you the Academy's end, the Academy of Wow Men's end of this particular fact. Kat said at the end of her, I guess, speech, because I didn't get a chance to see the whole panel and their long discussion. It's like, what, 24 minutes, 19 minutes, something like that. Not enough. Or less. And of course she was playing around, but she said, well, she looked online where it was a MILF mansion and she watched it about 5 times or something like that. And she said, well, those ladies aren't slowing down, meaning women who are past their prime. That's what she discussed. She was saying, well, these MILFs, they're still getting attention from men, that is sexually, and they're not slowing down no time soon, meaning that they're getting attention. They're getting, you could say, I don't know how to put it in another professional matter of words. They're getting attention from men in their pursuit of satisfaction, the intimacy. Okay. And when she said, well, they're not slowing down, so I don't know what he's talking about. If women between the age 20 and 30, that's their prime. And if they're past that age, then that's what she's basically saying. If they're past that age, well, I can't tell that matters because these MILFs are still getting attention. I can't even say it. Sexually. All right. Or I can call it maybe Ziggy, something like that. I don't know. Get jiggy with it. But this is where things matter, ladies and gentlemen. Let me give you a story like I always do. And remember, I brought up a married guy, and I'm going to stop talking to them. And let me get back on that because I don't want to leave you hanging. When I talk to married men of 12, 13, 14, 15 years, whatever else, they think that I'm talking to people like a child, or maybe even himself, right? And he says, why do you have to break things down like this, LCM, as if we're ignorant, as if some of us are just slow or dumb. You talk to us like we're 5-year-old kids. But he proved me to be correct in the measure because he did not and do not understand most of what I talk about on my channel. Most people don't understand if they're in a different dimension mentally. He has a different, you can say, lifestyle when he's a married man. He has a different life as a married man versus myself, who isn't married but have multiple companions, where I'm not bound to a marital contract and I'm not at home with a stay-home mom, 5 kids, and etc. I'm out and about, entrepreneur, living my life. So what I have to do is break it down where he can understand. It seems elementary. It seems like I'm talking to 5-year-old kids, but a lot of times we have such complex understanding of the universe and our life where it's actually very simple. So to get people to understand where you're coming from, you have to make it very simple. Simple is usually the easiest way. That's not me calling people stupid. I'm not saying that you're slow. Yes, I have a no sloth policy in this academy. Yes, no sloths allowed. That doesn't mean I'm treating you as a sloth. I need you to learn by taking it step by step, where you can clearly understand. Therefore, if you have a debate or if you don't agree, you yourself have to come up with a very good argument or something that makes sense. Whereas there may be thousands or maybe even millions probably in the future who will understand what I'm saying versus you being delusional. You understand? So usually you have to break it down. Now, that's why I come up with stories where we can clearly understand. If you don't want to listen to the story, if you don't understand how I put things together, then you are willfully ignorant. You have no argument. And there are plenty of people like that that'll tell you that the sky is purple, and it's universally known that the sky may be blue or just clear with a couple of clouds up there. However you want to pronounce it or look at it. And these people are just colorblind, or they smoke the wrong pipe, which is the majority of the population, at least nowadays, with decreased IQ levels and increased stress and ignorance. So I have a car, right? We're going into it now, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into it. I'm going to explain it to you. And ladies, listen up here. I have a car that has low mileage. And let's just say I'm just giving you a scenario here, but this is what I would do, and it is what I do. The car may be different, but this is what I do. All right. And you can say most men anyway. So I have a car. Let's just say it's a Ferrari. Okay. Low mileage, nice leather seats, fully loaded. The Ferrari Superfast, right? 512 Super 5 twin turbo. I really like this car. And what I do is, listen, this car is a 24, 23, 22-year-old woman, girl, right? And so I see this car in the future because it has low mileage. It's young enough. It's vibrant. It's good. The seat smells good. I am the only driver. I am the only driver. So whatever marks that are on it, whatever issues, whatever maintenance, I understand what the maintenance is because I am the driver. I'm the sole responsible person. And I also know that this is highly valued and very expensive if it get banged up. Why is this? Well, there's a thing called, emotional damage and mental damage and, let's just say, false impressions. So when a girl of the age between, let's just say, for example, 18 to 25 to 26, if she endures stress, issues, problems, she's been cheated on, or you could say roughneck men, a lot of the times that is a damage that she would carry on to the next relationships. And if you think I'm lying, when you do your research, watch other podcasts, listen to them themselves. You got to listen to them. It come out of their mouth, not mine. Listen to the 23-year-old girl for herself on podcasts, on live television, or you could say social media. She would tell you the reason why I don't do this anymore with men is because I've done it before. Code language. I've been burnt and hurt. Or the reason why I am taking care of myself is because I did rely on a guy of high value, and he cheated on me and he left the house, and so I could not provide or pay my own bills, or I struggled, or again, I felt alone, I didn't get enough attention, etc., etc., etc. So now, in my future, I am not going to make that same mistake again. Now, logical as it may seem, you learn from your mistakes and your decisions, right? Which is a very natural human thing. But however, if that first experience is me, for example, I am the first driver. I am the imprinter. I am the one who molds or make this thing happen and or survive. I have a better chance of keeping this girl or getting this girl fresh and good, where she's not warped, she's not mentally damaged, she's not hurt by her past relationships. So I get a better deal. Listen. I get a better deal because she's not imprinted by someone else's failures. That will make me 100% responsible while I'm with this girl. And therefore, I don't have to deal with her past trauma. I don't have to deal with her past issues, or even her daddy issues that she may or may not have had. Okay? I'm the one that guided her down the right path. And I'm not going to get too deep into this, but statistically and by studies, and a lot of you may not like this, but this is facts. Usually a woman with more than 6 body counts. Yes, I said 6. I said 6. Okay. The chances of a successful relationship and or a flourishing life thereafter decreases according to, again, the imprinting, or you could also say the various owners. Now, you don't have to accept what I am saying, because you are allowed to have your opinion. You're allowed to have a different train of thought. And yes, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to say, oh, there's an outlier. I know this girl who's 40 I know this girl who's 32. Well, I got a body count of 200 and I'm still, okay, listen. Listen. Those geese are trying to speak to you. I don't know if you can hear them. I can. However, that's your experience. I'm talking about bare, basic nature. Think outside of yourself. I'm saying majorly. If you sit down in a laboratory, this is what it is, not you and your personal experience. And I'm not saying that it is impossible and it will not happen. There are people that transform. I get it. There are some who may have 50 body count. There's girls who may have 100, some who may have 20, some who may have 10, some who may be married to 4 or 5 different guys. But I mean statistically and by fact, the lower body count she has and less imprinting that she has, the more of a bright future, because she can explain, she can explore, and she can understand and experience more. But if she's fully experienced, we're going to get to that in a moment. We're going to get to that in just for a moment. Hold on. Let's not move too fast. There's always an issue with overly or very experienced women. Okay? But we're going to get to that in a moment. Just hold your seatbelts. So I'm going to go ahead and shorten this down and just say that car right there, let's just say that 23-year-old car, girl, I'm going to keep it in the garage. I'm going to protect it. I'm not going to showboat this car everywhere because I don't want anybody to, I don't want that attention. I don't want anybody to try to steal it, because it happens. I'm not saying that some guy's going to come along and take my girl, because then a lot of you would start thinking, according to this new age, I got to be nice here because I need you to understand me, and I don't want you to think I'm trying to assault you, or most people nowadays. This new age, let's just say, moron way of thinking that a man is not confident and he's insecure. You understand? Because if a man loves a thing and he cares about it, why would he put it out there in the middle of the streets for people to put their fingerprints on it, touch it, look at it, bother it? Everybody don't have good intentions. I don't care how you look at it. It's not being insecure, it's being secure. All right, we get somebody chiming in. Hold on. Take that on the other line, sweetheart. Yeah, sweetheart, go ahead and put that on mute and see what that person want. And like you always do, type it down. I'll read it while I'm talking to them about this. It's a female. Oh man, that's okay. Let her listen. It's cool. It's cool. I'll answer her questions as I am speaking. That's cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, where I was at, it's kind of thrown off for a moment there. Let's see here. Wow. So it's secure because he wants to secure the car. That's not insecure. It's not insecure that he don't want to. It's like this. Why would he put his car on the internet or online if it's not for sale? It's not for sale. It belongs to him. If anything, that's just for negative attention. And nowadays you can't trust everybody because there's multiple people that want to separate you from your wealth, separate you from your time, separate you from value because they're jealous or they want it too. And then when they want it, they're going to tarnish it and tear it up because it's just a thing of vanity, but they don't understand how precious it is or the internal value to you. So because this girl is an internal value to me or whatever we built up with each other, or I see qualities in herself, I'd rather not her be tarnished. So a man's place usually is to protect her, not only to protect her from herself, but protect her from the world. That's not insecure, ladies. He's securing and making sure that this wonderful Ferrari stays untouched, stays high value. And in doing so, it will last and it will endure. That vehicle stays in the garage. That vehicle stays underneath top security. That vehicle stays underneath the camera for protection. Do you understand? Now, there is another vehicle. Some of you are not going to like this, but this is what it is, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And I'm giving you the complete facts, and a lot of men can probably vouch for this as well. So don't get in your feelings. But there is another vehicle that most guys have, most people have. And I'm not calling you this, but that's what they call a vehicle, a POS. A piece of, you understand? This other car, okay? This other car I care about, it's okay. Maybe there's a little time, a little money put into it, but it really isn't all that important to me. This car I just park on the side of the sidewalk. This car is a car that I will let sit in the rain for a little bit, or maybe even it's a daily driver. The Ferrari is not a daily driver. Okay, the Ferrari is special. You know, it's unique. It's something that's not for everybody. It's for me. I don't care about prying eyes. They can pry their eyes somewhere else. Okay, but this other car can sit in the rain. This other car has high mileage. It's not really all that special. It's average. Okay. Now, at this particular point, you may say, "Oh my God, how are you comparing us to cars? How could you do this, LCM?" No, I'm telling you how men think. This is not me and my personal thoughts. This is a universal thing. This is just a man thing. If you don't like how men think, well, take your ass somewhere else. This is how men think. It don't matter. And if you want more evidence, look at a man's truck. See, a man has a car that's special to him. He does. If he has the money and the time to have several vehicles, he has a car that's in his garage. Camaro, Charger, Hellcat, Corvette, NSX, an Acura, maybe a Dodge Viper, something like that, depending on the type of man that he is. That's in the garage. That's under a tarp. That's protected. That's his baby. You know, that's his car that you can't eat when you sit in there. And he don't want you to slam the door either. And he get pissed off at you for slamming the door. That's the car. Then he has a work truck. Check out his work truck. A lot of guys, they have a work truck that just hauls items everywhere. He helps people move their furniture. He don't give a about any damages. He don't care. You'll see it sometimes it's scuffed up. And there are some trucks that he don't even the maintenance is kind of lacking in it. Because the work truck. Some of these trucks, the beds are bent. There's a fender problem. It smells like gasoline. The window can barely roll up. You know, the windshield is cracked. The lights barely work because it's just a work truck. It's just an everyday driver. He don't care about investing in this truck. For one, it has high mileage. Keynote, high mileage. Keynote, high mileage. Too many bodies. Do you understand? Because there's something that men comprehend. Now I'm talking about the average beta male. Okay, I'm talking about real high value men. Investment. He already knows that eventually one of these days that vehicle is going to conk out on him. Okay? It's going to fail on him. The transmission's going to fail. The engine's going to fail. And he don't want to put money into it because it's already used. It's abused. When you go to a buy here, pay here place, those cars aren't really going to be looked at as something that you can trust to take you from, let's just say, to Florida to Washington, D.C., or Florida to California, all the way across the state, the country. You're not going to do that. You're going to want to go and get a brand new car or something that is reliable with low mileage and is practically brand new almost, maybe barely even driven, and looks clean, acts clean, and something that you probably want to test drive anyway. You're going to be more inclined, not declined, to want to use this because it has more youth, or at least potentially more youth, more capability. So if you put the math together, and I'm not comparing women to cars, just an understanding here. Don't get your pennies in a bunch. There is a difference between, here we go, sexual attraction and true love. Love and, you can say, intimacy. Let's put it like that. There's a difference. See, and let's go ahead and school this situation, and I'm going to go ahead and call this quits. Sweetheart, is she still listening? Okay. Does she have any questions? She said I answered a few of them. Okay. All right. It's all right. See, where women get things confused is because a man lays down with you, you think he loves you. Okay? And then another thing that women are confused about is if he lays down with you and he has a woman at home, why is he laying down with you and he has a woman at home? That's because men in grade, not all men, but most in the genetic pattern of the male, they can have a main chick at home. They can have a car at home. They can have something that they cherish at home and test drive something else. That's how men are made. That's just our nature. I'm evidence of that. I hate bringing them up. I have multiple companions. All right? And I treat them all the same. And they want to get another one. And if it was to happen, they're still going to be appreciated while I step out if I wanted to. They're not going anywhere because guess what? They're protected. They got the security. They got the home. They're in a special garage. They get polished every day. They have value. So if I test drive another car, it's just a test drive. That car is not special. Do you understand? So what happens is these girls, a lot of you women, you think that because a man lay down with you, you're special. And so you mistake that for love. Women think that because a man is with them intimately, that he's in love with you. No, men usually will tell you what you want to hear. Men will lie to you just to test drive you. It's just a test drive. He's not going to keep you. He's not going to buy you. And for some of you, you're just leased. But he don't have the pink slip, and he don't care about the pink slip because he knows that there's going to be maintenance later on down the road. He understands this is the smart guy, not the common man. Because some of the common men, the married men, 12, 13, 14, 30 years, I'm not even going to get into that. They don't know their value. Okay? So he understands that after a certain amount of miles, 100,000 miles, drivetrain warranty, transmission flush, engine flush, etc., etc., the price is going to be too high. Or you could say the juice isn't going to be worth the squeeze. Especially if here it is. If there's options, high value men are men who have women all over the place. He don't have to put money into this car that he's just temporarily driving. He can just park it and keep it moving. Give it back to the shop and keep going. Or you can say the car lot. Say, okay, I have my fun. I'm gonna jump in this vehicle over here because it's nicer, it looks younger, it looks better, and it has low mileage. I'm gonna have to get that a try. Now, as difficult as this may sound, ladies, I know you don't want to hear this. I know you're thinking, oh, he's such a pig. What about STDs? Don't he care about himself? And how is he just going to go from one woman to the next woman to the next woman to the next woman because he's made to do that? Stop. Listen, let me be blunt with you, okay? And I got to be as professional as possible. So hear me out here. Stop hating on nature. You can't change nature. It is what it is. A bird flies, usually. That's what they do. Why would you sit back and get angry about a bird flying and they got goddamn wings? That's what the wings are for. Some men are made for that. You just don't understand because you are the opposite sex. You are different. A turtle can never understand a bird. You are two different altogether. You got a shell that you can duck inside. You can walk around on your all fours, eat plants or whatever else that you do, hide in bushes and places like that. The bird can say the same thing. Why the hell is this turtle doing that? How come this turtle isn't flying? Because you don't have any wings. You got a shell. You understand? And a bird will be like, why can't I duck myself inside and protect myself? Well, the birds just usually cover their wings around themselves to propel, you could say, rainwater, temperature, especially when they're having, when they lay in eggs. They curl themselves around in their nest, and they use their feathers and their wings to cover themselves. It's just nature. You can't sit back and judge a man based on, one, his preference. Monogamy is a preference. It's not really required. That's just the reality, ladies. It's a preference. It's not that his nature should do so. It is a preference. It's a life choice and a sacrifice that he decides to make. So if he's able to go around and be with women like that, that's what he's going to do. And so you must understand this. There's a difference between recreational use and priority. A lot of men can have recreational use and priority, meaning he has a woman at home, she's eating, she's taken care of, she's what do you call that? She has the house, she has the title, she has the ring. And then if he steps out every now and then, the person who he's stepping out with don't mean anything. They're just recreational use. You understand? They're just something that, again, you got a car that's in the garage and you got a car that's parked on the sidewalk. Who cares? It's in the driveway. So what? A golf ball comes and hit the side of it. Oh, well, I got insurance. Maybe they'll just push the bump out. No big deal. Especially if the car has high mileage. I'm just not going to put a lot of money into this car. I'm just going to get another one. But there is a car that is irreplaceable. It's not replaceable. It's valuable to him. That car, he's not going to put in the driveway. That car is in the house. That car is not for recreational use, and you don't even see that car. You don't even know what that car is. As a matter of fact, he don't care that you know what this car is because it's his business. It's discreet. It's discreet. It's not on the internet. It's not on Instagram. He's not trying to show it off everywhere unless he's a moron, but there's plenty of them out there. They just need to, let me stop, because I'm getting ready to go in. You already know how I am. That black stallion start kicking around because, boy, there's some guys out here there are some men who need attention as well. They're feminized. They're men who don't know who they are. So they showboat because they have no pride in themselves. They have no dignity. So they need the world to, to give them validation. Those guys, I don't really call them men. I call them boys trying to search their identity. And a lot of times when they do that, they'll find themselves in a bad situation where somebody rob them, hurt them, clap them, steal from them. And that car that they showboating don't last too long because they don't understand the value of protecting it. Now, I'm not going to get far into that. I'm going to have to digress because now we're going to go into a branch, meaning a tree. This goes in multiple directions. Like, let's say like this. They put it like this. A girl who gets with a younger man who's still trying to understand himself. She's 32. He's like 32. Y'all thinking, oh, he's so smart. He's so great. Or he may be 27 and you're 27, somewhere along that. Oh, he knows the world. He owns this and he's successful over there. There's not too many, not a lot. I'm not saying that there are not any out there. Guys to come into their prime is later on in their life. Men don't really start maturing and seeing things until after the age 30 most of the time. There are some smart 20-year-olds. I'm not saying that there isn't. I'm just saying it's not universal. It's not massive. So a lot of times girls choose these guys who don't have their act together who don't have their life together, who's not really established, and they have to help this guy because this guy is really not capable of retiring her, so to speak, and allowing her to quit her job so he can provide for her and himself and the family. That's a tough situation to be in. Usually those guys are a bit older, but anyhow, I don't want to even get on that. They choose those guys and they really don't know how to take care of the Ferrari. They don't know how to take care of that value, and they'll lose it eventually. You understand what I mean? Those are the guys that are up there showboating and acting stupid and just, let me stop. Donuts in the street. Hey, look at this BMW that I got. Oh man, it's so fast. And they doing donuts in the street, going to car meets, right? Loud, beefed up mufflers, hitting the curve. Yeah, those cars are going to be trashed eventually when that car should be in the garage taken care of. But no, they don't deserve it. Let me go further, and then I'm going to digress because I told you it goes in multiple directions. I have to. That's almost like a rich kid that don't know that they're rich. And it's almost like a rich kid born from a rich family that has everything that he can get. He won't appreciate it because privilege is invincible to those who have it. Riches is invincible to those who have it or been having it their whole lives. They don't understand what it means to struggle or be poor or take care of something. So it can be very valuable, and he will trash it or her, ruin her life. He's this jerk on drugs, drinking, crazy, out of his mind. Yet you got this beautiful 23-year-old girl who has no kids that loves him or want to be in his life, but yet he's a jerk. And guess what happens? She ends up burnt once again. He imprints her, and then she begins to grow. Like I just told you in the beginning, later on, between 30 and 32, she's like, well, I'm not going to do that anymore because I was with this. I was with a guy who was able to buy my life, but he was a jerk. He went out and got somebody else pregnant, or he got STDs or whatever the case is. You see what I mean? So that's based on choice, and usually it's women who choose that, not men. But I'm not going to go down that path. Let's digress from that topic and move back onto the main topic here. So there's a difference between recreational use and actually loving that woman. So going back to what Kat said on Fox 59, and why women are confused. A MILF or a lady who's past her prime. Let's get it straight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's keep it 100%. Intimacy don't stop. Just because a person is old, that doesn't mean that they're not getting anything in a sack. You understand? Men often will find a way to qualify a woman to spend a little time with her or to give her a little sausage. He doesn't have a lot of standards when it comes to that, but he has standards when it comes to love and value. Of course, a MILF can get her back broken. Of course, a MILF can get her a couple of studs, because that's just what men do. The case is to keep someone. It's not about having a relation with them. It's about keeping them. You understand? There's a difference between being in a relationship that is long-term versus a one-night stand. So when Kat said, well, those MILFs, they're not slowing down no time soon because the intercourse don't slow down, ma'am. Men aren't going to stop slapping the sausage. It's just going to happen. That do not mean he's going to keep you. That doesn't mean you're going to be in the garage as his pride and joy. That doesn't mean that he cares about you. He's just slapping the sausage. Just because I drive my high mileage POS back and forth everywhere to the store, that don't mean it is my pride and joy. It's my car, yes. It's for now, yes. But I have options. I can go buy me another car. I don't care if I hit a curve. I don't care if paint splashes on the side of this vehicle. It don't matter. So what? There's a hailstorm. I got bumps all over this vehicle. So what? The air conditioning's barely working. So what? The window's barely working. So what? my tail light flickers every now and then. I don't care. It's just recreational use. Just because men get in these trucks and cars and drive them, that don't mean they're valuable. They just need to get to point A to point Z. That is it. But you're not going to be brought to a car meet. Do you understand? You're not going to be brought to cars and coffee. You're not going to get an evaluation by Doug DeMuro, ma'am. You're not going to be brought to a drag race. If that's the case, then the only... No, I'm not even going to go there. Y'all not ready for that. Y'all, some of you who know cars know what I mean. Yeah, no. Listen, y'all women got it messed up. As a man of means and options, and my companions could tell you themselves, okay, they already know. If I step out, those girls, they're not getting anything. They don't have what my girls have. If my girls have everything, do you understand? They're well taken care of. They got the house, they got the keys, they got the love, they got the security. They have the future. They are taken care of. Those are the ones that you won't see. That's why you don't see them. You understand? Because it's my business, not yours. Otherwise, she'll be up here on social media. Hey, how are you? And oh, this and that and this and that and this and that. Okay? I care about them, so you don't see her. I have nothing to do with her being out of shape or heavyweight or whatever else. No, that's my Ferrari in the garage. I'm giving you an example here. That car out on the sidewalk, because it's average. It's not special. It's not unique. It don't matter. So a lot of girls think because a man lay down with you, sleep with you, so to speak, he loves you. In most cases, that's not it, because you're operating based on the turtle mindset. Birds and turtles are two different. You can call them animals, you can call them species. I don't care what the hell you call them. Two different animals altogether. A turtle cannot expect a bird to live that turtle lifestyle. And the bird cannot expect the turtle to live the bird lifestyle. The bird can go from one place to the next in a matter of seconds. That turtle's going to take a while to get there. Do you understand? So a woman would say, oh, I can't do that. I think it's just abhorrent for him to do that. That's just sexually terrible. And what about this? And he might get the other girl pregnant. And I don't understand. I just don't understand. Because you're not going to understand until you understand his nature. He's a bird, damn it. He's not a turtle. I know some of you laughing at that. Oh, birds and turtles. I got to give you something that's different. Or you can say a fire extinguisher versus a water hose. They do the same thing, of course, to a degree. But, you know, with the water hose, you got to connect it to the wall and have a fire hydrant somewhere. What are you going to do with the hose if you're carrying it around? You ain't got no water in it. You're useless, but yet you got a fire extinguisher there. Duh. In your vehicle or car, you can use a fire extinguisher. Oh, there's no water hose. There's a fire extinguisher. We're two different things. Yeah, we may serve the same purpose because we're all humans, right? You know, we can mold with each other. We all have feelings and we can talk. See, y'all don't understand. See, the thing is, a lot of times women get it messed up where you think that man and woman is the same. But we have different purposes for a reason. There are things that a fire extinguisher can do that a hose can't do. There's a thing that a hose can do that a fire extinguisher cannot do. That's just the way it works. So you think because, again, going back to it, it's very important. The whole main topic is this. Just because a man lays down with you, that don't mean he like you. That don't mean he loves you. That don't mean you're going to be his wife. You just being driven for that time being. You are rented until he shows signs that he really values you. That's when he starts taking you seriously. That's when he starts putting security on you. That's when he says, baby, you got to be over here. That's when he starts saying, will you marry me? That's when he starts saying, I don't want you to be out there. I want you to be with me, because he wants to protect you. He likes you. He values you. He thinks that you're the You understand? Not because he lay with you. Most men will lay with most women, but most women will not lay with most men. Let me say that again. Repeat, reverse. Most men will lay with most women because that's how they are built and made. But most women will not lay with most men because that's how they are built. Because women have to protect and hold their chastity and lower their body count and be weary of who she lets enter into her life. Men don't have that problem. So you must understand there is a difference. That's why a lot of you girls end up heartbroken. You end up hurt. You end up mad. You want to run them over. Now you want to get back at them. Now you think you should go out there and make somebody else recreational use, which does nothing but hurt you, because you got to keep your body count low. But you think, oh, he cheated on me, I'm going to cheat on him too. No, sweetheart, if you do that, you'll lose. He'll win. The guy who got you, he won. Because you know what you just did? You let another guy test drive you. Oh, You let another guy test drive you at a low price when you need to keep your mileage low. You understand? And temporarily, he just test drove you, and you think you hurt another person? You think you hurting your man by letting some other guy test drive you, when it does nothing but lowers your value even more. Because now somebody else driven you on the curve. Somebody else got some paint on you. Somebody else dinged you up. Somebody else caused emotional damage. Somebody else burned your rubber in your wheels. Now your transmission is definitely going to need to be flushed and changed, or your engine oil. Thank you very much, ma'am. When in order to preserve your value and keep your mileage low is find a proper, suitable, decent, educated, mature, well-established man who understands you and or takes you seriously. Just because he lays with you doesn't mean he take you seriously or took you seriously. No, he took your mileage. No, he took your time. No, he took your what do you call that? Your youth. That's what he took. And he won. You lost. Y'all women got the game twisted. Then after you're with her for a couple of times, oh, what are we? Why are you saying what are we? We're just partners. You know, we're just doing a one-night stand. You just my buddy for this time being. Well, what are we? Hey, we did an agreement to begin with, right? I'm just test driving you every now and then. That's just the contract. I'm not buying you, Mel. Sorry. I'm just stopping at the rental place. I'm used to this car. I like this car, but if I wanted to buy it, I buy it. But you're still here at the what do you call that? At the rental place. I'm not buying you because you've been driven. You got high mileage. Hey, baby, my real car, it's at home in the garage. It's at home in the garage, bro. Hey, bro, you don't see that Bugatti. You ain't going to see it. You ain't going to see that Lamborghini. No, it's not for you. It's for me. You're not going to see that Dodge Viper. You understand? You're not going to see my Jeep Trackhawk. That's for me, not for you. And you damn for sure ain't going to drive it because you're going to tear it up. I value that vehicle. That's mine, not yours. They got my name all over it, my decals, my wheels. I put some money in that thing, and I'm going to keep the mileage low because I like it. And one day I take it out to the track and I bring it back home. That's not for you. You understand what I mean? But if I'm just going to put you out on the sidewalk, I'm going to drive you every day to work. You know what I mean? You're going to be hitting snow, rain, rocks, driving past construction sites where, some of these cement trucks, where they just freshly paved the road, hitting the wheels, the underbody. I don't care. Because you know what? I can buy another one. Y'all women need to understand there's a difference between having sex versus what real love is. When a man loves a woman, it goes beyond just laying down with you. Don't you understand? He's going to invest and he's going to start saying, no, I don't want you to go here. Why? You're just controlling me. No, I am trying to control the fact that I care about you and I don't want nothing to happen to you. I don't leave my Ferrari out there on the sidewalk unlocked with the keys in the ignition. Duh, do I? I don't leave it untarped without security in the worst neighborhood. Duh. No, I keep it locked away and I keep it hidden. That's not insecure. That's not controlling. That's protection. Don't you want protection? Oh, he's just controlling me. No, he's protecting you. When a man stops caring about you, key sign. When you're recreational use, he'll stop protecting you. Oh, shoot. When you recreational use, he don't care where you go, what you do. When you're recreational use, he ain't put no money on it. If he puts money on it, that's just to keep you around because it's free booty. That's it. Oh, my man, he's just so cool. He trusts me so much. He don't care where I go and what I do. You better believe there's another car somewhere else that's sleek, clean, waxed up, that he care about more than you. Your recreational use. There's no way in the world a man's going to let his bag of diamonds sit out there on the sidewalk, because eventually people are going to pick at it and take everything that's in the contents. Every content's going to be empty eventually. If he cares about himself and values what he has or who he's with, he's not going to do anything as stupid as that. So, well, we live separately and I got my own career. I got my own life and he has his. We're doing quite well. You don't know what he's doing in his house. You're recreational use, ma'am. You better understand that he has other cars he's driving besides you. There's a difference. This animal don't live like you. Men don't think like women think. We got to stop this. Oh, today it's the 2023. We're all the same. We all think the same. We all act the same. No. No. The answer is no. No. If that's the case, you know what my 3 girls will be? It will be 3 men and 1 girl. I myself will be one of those men if that's the case. But you know what I'll say? Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Hell to the no. No. Absolutely not. Instead, it's 1 male, which is myself, and them. Because I am not like her, and we're not the same. We have different role plays here. We come on now. What I can do, they can't do. Some things they can do, I can't do. We are fitting in our genetic pattern. We are fitting in the shoes that we were born in. And we enjoy it. There's no way in the world my girls will think, oh, because this is intimacy. It's so great. He loves me. No. If I don't provide for you, if you're not in the garage, I don't care what you do. You can put your entire body on the internet and sell every part of your body on the internet. And I don't care about it. That's because you're just for recreational use only. I don't care if people look at you. I got stuff to look at on my own. I don't care. I don't care to marry you because I can marry somebody else. It don't matter. You're for the streets. You understand? And usually what's for the streets, everybody can test drive it. Like the Village bicycle. Oh, this is nice. Window shopping. Oh, that panty line. God, oh my goodness. No, her breasts. Woo, look at that. Look at those sizes. Yeah, baby, bend it over like that. Ah, daddy likes that. And here I am sitting at home, and that's my girl on the internet. No, that's not my girl. That's his girl. That's the next guy's girl. That's the other person's girl. And that's somebody else's turn, maybe, in another town, another city, and it's another state. That's the sugar daddy's girl. That's the streets girl. That's the industry's girl. That's pornography's girl. That's not my girl. I'm just one guy that test driven it. I was okay. Nah, I came out alive. Thank goodness. No itchy, scratchy sniff. But that's not mine. I don't care. So we got it messed up. Oh, the MILFs, they're not stopping. Of course they're not stopping. The intercourse between man and woman is not going to stop. Somebody's going to do it. Whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. That doesn't mean they're taken seriously. That doesn't mean you're wife material. That don't mean we're walking down the aisle in a white dress. Just because I drive you to the grocery store, that don't mean I'm going to change your oil. Do you understand? And how I drive you to the grocery store matters too. I might put the pedal to the metal. Do donuts around the street, hitting curves, jamming on the brakes. I don't care. Slamming the door, parking right up there in front of the store's front entrance where people are just walking past and kicking it and running the grocery cart against the side of it. I don't care. Don't mean nothing to me. Just recreational use. That don't mean you're special. And then I'm going to put some money on it. No, it's high mileage. No. Hey man, this is 260,000 miles and 42 years old. Oh yeah? Oh, all right. Okay. But he'll say this. Well, it can still drive. Have you ever seen that in the ads that it say, runs good? Oh, God. Oh, man. Oh, God. Y'all hate me now. I'm hated. Y'all hate me now. I am disgusting right now. I know it. Y'all like, man, you. Like, who the you think you are? I'm going to find your girls, and I'm going to find you, and I'm going to you, boy. Boy, y'all hate me now. I know you furious because I'm telling the truth. I know you furious because I'm telling the truth. Oh, my God, he loves me because he drove me last night. No, he's just trying to get his rocks off. Oh, shh. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Lord, I apologize. I apologize because this is the truth. That y'all got to hear it. Stop being delusional. And when a man, just the funny thing, when a man do care about you and he does show you love, guess what? He's corny. Oh, I don't want flowers. Oh, he wants to go out with me? Oh no, I want to have my freedom. Oh no. Hey baby, can you stop putting stuff on OnlyFans and just shut that down? Because I don't like that, because I already purchased a vehicle and you got a for sale sign on the internet that other guys are still looking at you. And why are you doing that if you're already with me? Oh, he's so controlling. Oh, I don't like that. You're trying to keep me from monetizing what should be yours. It don't last long, ladies and gentlemen. It don't last long. Well, I got a boyfriend and he's okay with it. There's levels of men, and I explained this before. There is a such thing as an alpha. There's a such thing as an average male. There's a such thing as a beta. And there's a such thing as a simp. Okay? Most guys at the bottom level, they don't care because they don't understand. Again, a guy stops by. Hey, I like that Lamborghini, dude. Can I drive it? And in his mind, well, okay. And he likes the car. It's a valuable car, but he don't realize what he have. He don't understand how great it is, especially if it's rare. Oh, they only made 50 of these Lamborghinis for the world. Oh, shoot. Oh, man. Only 50 of them? Yeah, man. She's 23 years old, and she had no kids, and she's foreign, and she blah, blah, blah. She's nice. She have no Instagram. She got no Facebook. She don't have this, da, 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 da. She's marriage material. She was born, da, da. This is a cool girl, man. Especially over here in America. Oh, this is rare. And she's sweet. And she don't care about the feminist movement. You know, this girl, man, and she likes to stay home. She don't have a lot of nasty girlfriends to influence. And she got no guy friend. Oh, this is the girl right here. And she got low body count. Yeah, she only came out of one relationship. Really? Yeah, man. That's the thing. And that guy, guess what? Almost like the Lamborghini, 50 cars made for the world, just 50? Damn. So another guy come walking. Hey, dude. Hey, man, can I drive your girl? Hey, can I have a ride? Can I have a ride? And she's thinking, maybe I should put something. Hold on. That's somebody else chiming in. Oh, man, I just got a lady just chimed in. My girl showed me. I'm going to read it on the screen, but I'm going to blank out some of the words that she said. Not the one that was already listening, but another lady. She starts off with F-U, LCM. I don't know what you're talking about. I get men anytime and all the time that I want. I'm thriving. I don't know what you're talking about. The men actually come to me, and I don't see any value. I have no problems getting the men to commit to me. I don't want to commit to them. Where are you getting your sources from? You are F boom boom up. You see what I mean? That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Exactly what I'm talking about. Train wreck. Mental train wreck. You got a man right here telling you exactly what it is. I didn't disrespect anyone. From the beginning of the audio was nothing of, it's just plain conversation and respect. I never said hate all women. I never said hate all MILFs. I never said that. I didn't say don't date MILFs. Is that what you want to do? Do it. But here she is explaining to me that the Village Bicycle is alive and well. That's all you're doing. And a lot of times women will say that. They'll say, well, it's just I don't want to commit to them. It's not that they don't want to commit to me. It's I don't want to commit to them. Let's go back to school for a second here. Let's go back to school. In the classroom of man and woman, typically and universally, by the origin and the nature of the woman, is usually to be monogamous. And a woman, for safety reasons, for her children, for her health, for her hormones, and for her chemistry, is more interested in being with one man and settling down with the best of men, which is one man. A woman who gets around on the often. A woman who can detach herself from one guy and attach to the next guy. They have a name. They have a title because it is in her nature to seek only one man. And I've just explained over and over again that men will sleep with the majority of women, no matter how bad they are, sometimes no matter how big they are, and sometimes no matter how ratchet they may be. Because for a man, it's just an itch. It's like going to take a piss and he wipes himself off, washes his hands and say, I'm out. I'm done. I've done what I've came in the bathroom to do. That don't mean that he's going to take the toilet home and keep it. It's just a temporary fling. It should not even be prideful. It should not even be a comfortable thing. As a matter of fact, it should not even be discussed that men want you like that all the time as a corral or as a sausage stand where you go in the back, you bake a whole bunch of sausages and hot dogs and you put it on a platter. That's not cute. It's not even really ladylike. And a lot of times these modern women, I didn't say all, I never said all. I say the majority. Percentile. Okay. Oftentimes, they cannot take accountability and rejection. Because if they have to face that rejection, they end up crashing and burning. Statistically here, women are on more antidepressants than there ever used to be. There's more single mother homes than there ever used to be in the United States of America. And I already have a prediction, and I already gave you my prediction. There's going to be more single women, more broken women, more women in the hospital on antidepressants are trying to delete themselves because they can't achieve, one, self-love, and two, love from the opposite sex because of how the world is turning. That is turning against men. So men are turning away to protect themselves because everything is out to attack their masculinity. So they say, oh, you want the jungle? Okay, have fun. I'm going to leave the jungle. And you're left with his animals and morons. And those who are just going to tear the jungle down. And soon cause a forest fire, which you see already on the news. So a lot of times, these guys aren't taking them seriously. These guys don't want to be with like this girl here. She understands she's just a target. She's just a corral right now. But she don't want to accept that reality by saying, no, I'm rejecting them. You want to know how you reject men? By actually getting a man. And settling down with that one man, either by marriage or he's your guy. Same as my women. If I want to shut down every other woman, although, again, we're different. There's birds and turtles. It just actually excites women even more, actually. You know, makes them excited that I have so many women. And, what are you doing special? Who are you? You know, you're not popular like that. Who the hell you are? Rah, 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 rah. You know, that's why I move differently. That's why we spread out when we go places, because I don't need all that. I'm not interested in the clout because I'm happy where I am. You get me? But for them, it's something different. For men, it's not. Now, you got some vulture men out there because she would, if she selected a guy, or let's put it like this. If a guy selected her, and she let it be known that she's with this guy, there's some vultures out there that will still try to get at her. And even if they do, it's just, again, recreational use. Even if there's other guys on the job, somewhere else, workplace husbands and who else, beta simps, it's just going to be recreational use. Because any valuable man who's really trying to, again, go back to the cars, purchase a high value car or a car that's worth something, and he has options, why would he opt to deal with the girl who's already tied up? Why would he opt with the girl who already is being driven around all over the place? You go to the store, right? Are you ready? And you can apply this maybe to the opposite sex. However you want to do it, I think it's going to be maybe a reality check if they think. If you go to the store and you're going to purchase some milk, right? if I don't, a lot of you maybe not even drink milk. Just if you did, let's say if in the world of fairy tale, you go to the refrigerator, there's a secure cap on the milk, right? A red rim usually, or a blue rim cap. It's there to tell you that this milk jug has been opened or closed. It's called a safety seal. Most times, if you go to that store, the majority of you, and you're going to buy you some milk, you're not going to buy milk that's already been opened or half full or the security cap is broken. You're going to move that milk aside and you're going to reach back there and get the milk that's closed and sealed. This is how men look at, high value men look at women. This is how men of value, this is how men with their life together, men who have options, this is what they do. Men who don't care about themselves, men who don't understand their values, they're going to grab that milk that's already been opened. That's how filthy and how ignorant the situation is. So when a woman is already in a relationship, she's already tied up, that's that milk that's already open. He's not going to mess with it. He's not interested. But guess what? If he's poor, he don't know his value, he's struggling, and he's homeless, just the issue, right? If he's on his last leg, he has nothing to lose. He has nothing to lose. And you got to worry about, as a matter of fact, guys like that are usually the ones carrying STDs, to be sure, okay? Because he's taking a risk with something that's known to be tampered with. Are you understanding me? So what happened is he don't care about the consequences. He just wants to drink. Those are the guys that are approach you because you're married, you got a boyfriend anyway. Oh, here I come. Oh, I'm thirsty. Oh, I want some too. He has no options. He's a low value dude because guess what? Why is he reaching for you when there's several other containers of milk back there? You got a whole refrigerator of all kinds of milk. 2%, 1% skim milk. You got all kinds and brands. But why would he reach for you? That should tell you this is a low quality, low value dude. So just because men are getting at you like that, the guys who are looking at women on OnlyFans and Instagram, oh, she's so, oh, look at this. Oh, great. Listen, this is different than drinking from an open container of milk because there's not a lot of risks involved. But these guys aren't taking you seriously. You're not valuable. You're just feeding their curiosity. But if push came to shove and you're put on a shelf, okay, you're going to be pushed aside. This goes back to what I said before about, oh, the MILFs get it all the time. There's some guys who like older women. Those some guys who like MILFs. Look at it like the milk theory I just put up here. The milk sample. That make a good book, right? Milk sample. That make a good title. The milk sample. Look at it like the milk sample. Same thing. Why is he going for you when there's some girl somewhere that don't have Instagram, Facebook, and she's not monetizing her body? Why would he not choose her? Because it shows you, ladies, that this dude is a low value, low quality dude. And he's desperate and he has no options. And some guys who say, oh, I don't care what she's doing. I'm secure in myself. I don't care if she's up there on it. As long as she's making her money, I'm happy. You know what? Nowadays, the light bulb and the screws that used to be in her head years ago are loose. They're not where it needs to be. You want to have a question about why the world is the way it is, why the dating dynamic is the way it is? Well, we are very mental. A lot of us, we just don't think as we should because we're not created like we used to be created. You know, the manufacturer has fabricated us with planned obsolescence in our head. And we don't realize that till 5 years later and the wheels start falling off. And now you got to put more investment in rebuilding your relationship or rebuilding yourself or rebuilding what you think life is because you didn't realize how you started. There is a difference. There are people with high IQ and there's people with low IQ. And that's reality. There are people who are winners. There are some who are losers. There are those who eat a piece of chicken on a table if nobody's watching and it's just been sitting there all day. They don't give a they don't care. There are some people who will do that. Then there are some who say, you know what? I don't know about this chicken. It's been in the open. Flies may have already flown on it. I don't know who touched it. Somebody probably went to the bathroom, didn't wash their hands. Somebody probably got bad breath. I'm not touching it. You got people out there like that. It's like we have no dignity anymore. We have no pride. There's no thinking. We're supposed to be smart people. There is a difference here. I'm just telling you. I'm not saying that's what women are. Don't get me wrong. I'm saying there's a difference between old and new. There's a difference between driven and not driven that much. There's a difference between fresh food versus leftovers. There is a difference. You don't sell your leftovers to your prime customers. You don't sell your leftovers to people that are looking for high quality. You leave that for those who are desperate or who wants a discount. Those who can't afford top-notch food or services. You leave the leftovers, and if it gets worse than that, if it's no good, you leave the scraps for the dogs. Does that ring a bell? Y'all supposed to have more good sense than this. Some sense of logic somewhere. Thinking capacity. They teach you that when they start showing you shapes and colors as a kindergartner. If he didn't love you, he would not protect you. If he loves you, he'll start protecting you, start providing for you and doing things for you because maybe that's his standard. But just because you can get your poon taken care of and somebody wants to enter into your life, that don't mean you're valuable. The objective might be just to fly down on your landing strip just for a short amount of time, maybe a couple hours. But guess what? He's going to refuel himself and he's departing eventually. You shouldn't be proud about that. All right, I'm going to get off of this because there's so many people chiming in. There's good and there's bad. I'm going to share other comments with you later on, but I'm running out of time here. It's longer than what I expected to be. Like an hour and 17 minutes left? Okay. Well, until next time, and I have more subjects for you, more people chiming in and questions. I do it for you if you are willing to learn and listen. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen.